Hello again, English 101I students. As I promised in the first video, the introduction video that you probably just watched, I'm going to give you a quick tour through the assignments in the Module 1 folder. So to get there, we're going to click again on My Classroom. And remember that the discussion boards are available here at this link. You're actually going to go there for your first assignment this week, but we'll access it through the course modules this time. And so you see when you get into the modules area, you'll start here for our first week's activities. So I'm going to click right on the module link. And once you are into the course, you're going to see the orientation or introduction video uploaded here for you to watch. And you'll also see a link to this video, so everything will be available there for you. I can also put the orientation video in the main modules area too, so that way it's a little easier to locate for the first time. And also remember that for each module, you'll have due date reminders here. So for this week, assignments 1.1 through 1.5 are all due this Sunday by the 23rd. Sounds like a lot of assignments, but they're all relatively short, and it's just a way to get us kind of established in the course before we move on to more writing related activities. Keep in mind also that all your homework and major essay assignments are to be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on their due dates, and for the most part that's always going to be Sundays in this course. A couple of Mondays at the end of the semester, but generally all Sundays. So your first assignment is going to be the discussion forum post. So when you click on here, it's going to take you to that forum. We'll do that in just a moment. But just a few items to consider in your introduction to me and your classmates. Tell us about your major, how you ended up at Lander. If you're a student athlete, what sport do you play? Are you going to be playing for one of Lander's teams? How long have you been in the United States? Is this your first experience here? What about your experience with online courses? Have you taken any before? With the pandemic situation, I bet lots of us have had some online learning experience. And if you studied in an online format before that time, you can tell us about that too. And what do you hope to get from English 101I? How do you feel about taking this course in an online format? All of that will be really helpful information for me and for your classmates to find out. And respond to at least 2 classmates, kind of make some connections. Some of you might know each other already, but you may not. And so this is a good chance for you to kind of know who you're going to be taking this course with. And to get to that, all you have to do is click here on the link. It's going to take you to the forum area. If you're the first person to post, you just click on Create Thread and you can go ahead and write your introduction for us. Okay, so heading back to our Module 1 area, the second assignment you see there is a diagnostic essay. And that's really just for me to know what your writing level is like, to see if you have lots of experience with English. It could be that there may be some students with really advanced English who may do better in a regular section. And we can make that determination after I've read your writing sample, or if you prefer to stay in this class. I think in a face-to-face class, it's probably more of a concern. If you're at very different levels. In an online class, it may not be as much of a concern because I'm going to be working more individually with each student. But I will, if a student seems to have the level to be in a regular English 101 class and you would like to pursue that option, we can definitely talk about that. So the diagnostic essay is a good chance for us to determine that. So to complete that, you'll just click on this. And it just explains the purpose of a diagnostic essay, is just to determine where you are in your English level. And I'll just ask you to write a short composition of no more than 500 words. It's like a few paragraphs. So you can tell me about your first day in the United States, the impressions you had of the people, the environment, the food, how the U.S. is different from your home country, your expectations about coming here, how this experience might change you. As it tells you here, don't worry about writing a perfect essay. Do the best you can, but don't I guess, agonize over it or struggle with it too much. Just write your best English, the best kind of essay you know how to write, and that's just going to help me plan the best class for everybody and to make sure everybody is in the right place. To write your essay, you just click on Create Journal Entry, and it's going to take you to this text box where you can type in your essay, or you could actually just attach it as a Word document too. So you have the choice of doing either one of those. All right, so back to my classroom and to our Module 1 folder. Okay, another kind of diagnostic tool I'd like you to complete. It's called the Grammar Diagnostic Quiz, and we'll just open up the document here. And this is really for me to see what your grammar knowledge is, what kinds of areas we might need to concentrate on or not concentrate on as much as we go through the semester. So the first part, you can just answer those few questions. It just tells me some background about your experience. And then for each of these number sections, as it tells you there, you'll find and correct each type of error in each example sentence below. So let's say after that, the ruling regime fell down and the new government cannot recover. There's a verb tense problem in that sentence. See if you can figure out what it is. You can use the track changes feature to make changes. So you could say something like, I'll give you a little hint here. Okay, so you could make your changes that way if you wanted to use track changes. You could also just retype the sentence after it and highlight it. You could do something like this. I could highlight it to show that is your correction. So that's another option. You could even just change the individual word in the sentence if you wanted to, and maybe highlight that in yellow. As long as I can see what your corrections are, we're good. If for some reason you cannot figure out how to correct it, you're just stumped, lost, not sure, you can put an X mark in the checkbox right here. And don't worry about getting a lower grade or losing points or anything. You're going to get 100% on this assignment as long as you complete all of it. It's really just a tool for me to be able to see what your level is, what you know and don't know, what the whole class knows and doesn't know collectively. The other thing that this is going to be very useful for is these numbers that you see right here on the left-hand side. Those numbers are what I am going to use to put grammar and editing feedback into your essays this semester. So instead of correcting something for you directly, I might put a number 3 if it's a subject-verb agreement problem, or a 5 if it's an article problem, and then you would come back to this list and kind of determine how to fix that mistake yourself, or with my help if you need it. So it's just a quick, efficient system, and it kind of helps you see what your patterns are and what you need to work on. At the end, you can go ahead and make corrections in this paragraph and see if you can fix the different errors that you see there. So that just gives me another idea of how you would edit a paragraph. Okay, so once you finish that, then you can go ahead back to the Module 1 folder, click on the link, and just browse your computer for your completed file and attach it. All right, the fourth assignment is, the fourth and fifth assignment are actually just quick surveys. These should take you no more than 10 or 15 minutes each to complete, maybe even less than that. So the syllabus scavenger hunt is just so that a way for me to know that you've looked at the syllabus, you've read through it, you understand the main policies that are there, and you can get the syllabus by going to course information. So remember, in course information, you can download that right there. And then after you've read through the syllabus, click on this small link here, which will take you to a Google form that has some questions about the content of the syllabus. So you'll just answer those questions. They're just quick, short answer, multiple choice questions, submit it, and you're finished with that. And then the very last survey, this one is built into Blackboard. It's just a survey to find out about your previous experience with English. It's about 20-something questions or so. Most of them are relatively quick, multiple choice. There's a couple of short answer questions at the end. And all you have to do is click begin, and it will get you started on all the different questions that are in there. So you'll see they're pretty quick and simple. I just like to know what your experience with English is back in your home country, how much writing you've done, those kinds of things. So these are all the assignments that are due this week by Sunday, August 23rd, 11:59. If you have any questions, confusion, anything you're not sure about as you complete the assignments, please don't hesitate to ask me. You can send an email. You can go into one of the discussion forums and post your question. Starting this Wednesday, you can come and drop by the office hours and you can talk with me, face to face in some way. At least we'll see each other and you can ask your questions there. But I'm very excited to get started on everything with all of you, and I hope your first couple of weeks in the United States are going well, even if you happen to be in quarantine. So good luck with everything, and looking forward to working with you.